Alright, hello guys, and today we're here with the Christmas letter summoner skip video. Now, I won't be too long, but pretty much to say that this letter, unfortunately, while she is pretty cool, her art is cool and stuff, her kit isn't that pretty much appealing. As you can see here, apart from the skills, not being able to hit that one, but yeah. Let's start off with the ultimate, or I should call it hidden technique, not ultimate, but yeah, hidden technique. Transparent spirit starts ailment, which means that each time this skill 1 is used, you can 5 poison on single enemy for 30 seconds. And it shall inflict 2 hit damage, and it inflict even further damage multiplied by enemy poison. I've done this thing before, with the multiply damage by poison, bleed, or sound seal words with success. It's pretty much the same thing, just with poison this time. A bunch of our characters have this ultimate design. There's nothing new, but it just means that she can do a ton of damage if you give her the buffs. But she gives herself some buffs here. Alright, if you can get her some other buffs, so then she'll deal quick damage. Especially because she inflicts a lot of poison on the enemy. Then when you awaken it, you get an extra hit on the ultimate. And of course you get more poison inflicted. And you have her skill 1 surprise knife. Puts poison on all enemies, lowers attack, and 2 hit damage. Overall, pretty great for trying to let your team bleed, trying to let the enemy team bleed out. It may be useful for Tartarus and PvP. So otherwise, it won't really see that much shine. Besides of Zeta's ultimate, of course. So hidden technique. Anyway, awaken it. Inflict 20 poison. Unless give more debuffs and stuff. Not much here besides the poison application. Skill 2 called Bad Kid. So it's crit defense of single enemy and inflicts 2 damage. So yeah, pretty simple. And then have a special ability, which is pretty much a passive. Inflicts 5 poison and varies your own damage inflicted and speed. So yeah. And then when you awaken it, you get 10 poison and then some more buffs. Strike them with nothing that. And then her gear. What this does is raise your own attack and varies SP. This SP multiplication is just the same like her swimsuit counterpart, the swimsuit Zeta. It's pretty much the same thing. But she gives herself a 20% attack buff. So yeah, pretty much that's about it. Her kick, of course. Her awakening is A1 sucks. A2 is good. A3 also good. And A5 is decent. But will be good with herself. Even though Zeta herself isn't really that good either. Because she's solely reliant on poison. Like, well, you could pair her well with it. You could pair her, she'd pair well with this mate Zeta because she also spams poison. Like on her gear here. She also deals with the poison spam. Inflicting 2 poison here. Inflicting 5 poison here. And then awaken you get 10 poison. And then further deal damage and then you further raise the crit rate above the end of eyes. And then inflict damage based on poison. So the two Zetas will work well because of the poison, and Zeta also inflicts poison on her skill 1. So 3 hit damage on all enemies. Now of course, so pretty much the two of them functions a turnaround poison. Both this maid Zeta and the Christmas Zeta, especially this one since this one is crit rate buffs, which would go well with this Zeta, giving her a stack that crit rate buff on her speed, damage inflicted and speed buff. And then because the two of them stack so much poison, they work together almost as in like unison or harmony, that they can both inflict a ton of damage on ultimate and give a ton of buffs to each other. Well, this Zeta doesn't buff anybody, she just deals a ton of damage. Meanwhile, the main Zeta deals both buffing and damage, but the Christmas Zeta just deals damage. As you can see here, it's crit rate of all favorite allies multiplied by all enemies' poison effects. So pretty much, like so you get inflict this 10 poison, and then inflict this 20 poison. But then that's 30% crit rate coming from this Zeta alone, and then you add that with this Zeta giving you 10 poison and another 20 poison, so that's 30% crit rate as well. So pretty much this set up around 60% crit rate once you get off all those poisons and stuff. And there's also the swimsuit that inflicts even more poison. But of course I can't really have it, but I don't really have her skill set. Don't have her as a character, so I can't really show her skill set. Yeah. These two setups would work hand in hand really. Also, this setup is one of the characters that you can use post celebration tickets on. So yeah, those tickets you got on like the third day of logging in when the post celebration was in, yeah. You would use them on this setup, which is why it shows 10 multis, which is why it shows 10 summon points. Even though I personally haven't done a multi with gems, it's the summon points. But the summon tickets I used. Like as you can see right here, post celebration luminous rangers was the second summon. I used it and didn't get her, so yeah. I don't have this Zeta, nor the main Zeta, nor the swimsuit Zeta, so I guess I am really lacking on Zetas. I believe you can also use the ticket on Beta if you decide not to use it on Zeta as well. So it said, choose from 2 upcoming event summons and pull chance of a new character. So you can use it on either the Zeta or the Beta. I personally just went for the Zeta and didn't get her, so if you decide not to use it on Zeta, you can also use it on Beta, as it says here. Choose from 2 upcoming event summons. So yeah, that's about it for this one. I'll see you in the next one. If you pull, hope you enjoy your Christmas with Zeta.